I'm gonna be honest with you. I've seen this time and time again, where people, most children, right, try to live in the shadows of their parents, right? Trying to make them. They want to be a lawyer because dad was a lawyer. I want to be a nurse because mama was a nurse, and it's crazy because you're not interested into none of that stuff, right? It's cool. I understand. You want to put a smile on their face. But the question becomes, will you live all these years to put a smile on their face just to see yourself look in the mirror every single night and cry because you're not living your life, but you're living a life to please them?
Man, you are really encouraging me, motivating me, inspiring me. God is really using you to help me
What's going
out.
on, family? I want to welcome you to AOS the podcast. I'm your host, Mr. AOS Inspires. This is what I need you to do. We're on every single platform: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. I need you to go and subscribe and follow us right now. We drop content every single day that'll help you with your life, because our mission here at AOS the podcast is to empower the world to never give up, one conversation at a time, one interview at a time, one video at a time, to help you live life at the next level. I want you to live life on the next level. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you that's watching this episode. This is going to be a dynamic episode. I need you to dive in. Do me a big favor. I need you to like, share, and comment. Don't be a stranger. Comment with us. And this is what I need you also to do. I need you to copy this link right here on this podcast, this episode, and share it with at least 10 of your friends. I promise you, it's going to help them out. Let's jump into the episode. What's going on, family? You guys are so amazing. This is 5 minutes of motivation on Fridays, every single Fridays. I want to tell you this. We may stop. I'm going to just be honest with you. We may be stopping 5 minutes of motivation because I don't know. We're looking at it. We're talking about it as a team. I don't know. We may keep it up. We may not. We may stop and just stop dropping 2 episodes a week because I don't know. We're looking at some stuff. So, but if you guys start engaging with 5 minutes Fridays, we may ante up. We may keep it going. But anyway, this episode is really for the entrepreneurs, really, because what I've noticed is, in the conversations that I've had, I'm talking to a lot of entrepreneurs that have become entrepreneurs late in the game, right? Many of you have become late in the game entrepreneurs. Why? Because throughout your 20s and your 30s and your 40s, you were trying to live a life so that your parents can be pleased. And I really want to forewarn you. Never live a life, and it's crazy, I get it. You want to make your parents proud, I understand. But when you really think about it in a whole nutshell, do you want to make your parents proud at the expense of not following through with your dreams? Like truth of the matter is, you have a mind, you have a dream, you have ambition, you have passion, you have a love for something that necessarily may not be what your parents has done or what your parents are doing. And I get it. Any parent, they start a business of any sort. What's going on, family? I know that you're enjoying the episode, but I had to pause to ask you a quick question. Have you ever been through anything in life that was so life-altering that it changed your life forever? I mean, have you ever been and had a job and you lost that job? I mean, your dream job. You lost that job for whatever reason. Maybe you're an entrepreneur. You started a business and the business started off great, and then it seemed as if it was going downhill. And now you're at a place, you lost your marriage, you lost your children, you lost some major things in your life. And now you're at a place in life where you're like, hey, this is the end of the road. I don't see it getting better. I got news for you. It will get better. And I wrote a book just for you. It's entitled Winning After a Major Loss. You need to go and get your copy. Go to barnesandnoble.com, go to amazon.com, get your copy right now. Winning After a Major Loss. I promise you, it's going to change the trajectory of your life. It's going to change your mindset. Most importantly, it's going to change your heart about your situation, because I promise you, you can win after a major loss. Go get your copy now. Barnes and Nobles, amazon.com. Order your copy now. Let's get back to the episode. Children take over the business. I'm going to say this, and I look at it differently with my children. I would love for my children to walk in my footsteps. However, I truly believe that I will be robbing them of their destiny or robbing them of their future if I'm trying to persuade them to follow in my footsteps, right? Because the thing about it is if I persuade them to follow my footsteps, they're doing their future and their destiny a disservice. I'm doing it a disservice. Because the thing about it is, a lot of parents try to mold their kids into doing the things that they do. Now look at all those years that has passed by. 20 years, your 20s, your 30s, you're being molded to do what your parents done or what your parents are doing or currently doing, right? What about all that time you could have been focusing on your dream, could have been focusing on your purpose, or could have been focusing on your passion? The best thing I can tell you is you could have been trying to sharpen up your skills for those 20, 30 years, right? That you were trying to walk in their footsteps or trying to walk in their shadows. And it's crazy because many of you try to follow in your parents' footsteps and you feel no fulfillment. I want to waken you up on today. I understand you don't want to let mama down. You don't want to let your dad down. You don't want to let your sister, you don't want to let the family down. But at what expense? Are you cool and are you okay making them smile, but at the end of the night, you cry in the mirror every single night? Because this is not the life that you want to live. Because this is not the lane that you want to occupy. I want to tell you, like Shakespeare said, to thy own self be true. I would rather my family hate me and not want me and disown me for me walking in my own truth. Many of you, it took you 20 years to walk in your own truth. Many of you, it took you 30 years, 40 years. Some of you are not walking into your own truth until your parents have died. What I want to tell you today, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, as that dreamer, walk in your own truth. I don't care what nobody has. I don't care what family has to say. Because at the end of the day, they don't have to live the life that you're living. You do. Make your decision that's best for you. And if you have a family, that's best for you and your family, right? Because the truth of the matter is, people will love you to a degree. People will look out for you to a degree. But the only person that you can count on is you, God, and your family. Your immediate family, if you have a family. So I want to say, follow the purpose. Because before I leave, I'm almost out of time. I never believe that God would give you a love for something and that not be your purpose. I don't believe that God would give you a love and a passion and a drive for kids and something in that area dealing with kids is not your calling. I just don't believe that. I believe that your purpose and your passion is always tied into what you love, what you do effortlessly. I truly believe that. But I want to say this, like Shakespeare, to thy own self. What's going on, family? I want to say thank you for rocking with us during this episode. We have been so excited to drop this episode. I'm glad that you made it to the end. This is what I want you to do. If you have any takeaways from this episode, leave it in the comments. We want to hear your thoughts. We want to hear how you feel. I want to bring content to you that's relevant to you, that'll help you change your life, because you already know our mission here at AOS Inspires, AOS the podcast, is to empower the world to never give up, one conversation at a time, one interview at a time, one video at a time, to help you live life at the next level. This is what I need you to do. I need you to like, subscribe, share this episode. If it spoke to your life, share this episode with somebody. Why? Because you are connected to some people that we're not connected with. And with that connection together, we can empower the world to never give up. I'm Mr. AOS Inspires. This is AOS the podcast. I can't wait to see you next week. Just in case you didn't know, we drop every single week, 3 times a week. Mondays, 8 a.m., Wednesdays, 8 a.m., and Fridays, 8 a.m. You need to catch an episode. Matter of fact, catch all 3 episodes. It's going to be fire. I promise you it's going to help you doing your everyday life. It's going to help you get to the next level. Let's go.